Okay, so welcome back. Second one for today. This is a Jeremy Clarkson chili. Jeremy Clarkson chili because it is the best chili in the world. So yeah, that's a bit of a brag, isn't it? Really, not really. So for this, you're going to need some ground beef. 5% fat's better than most. Just keep it lean. You've got a couple of bell peppers in there, some onions. You've got a couple of tins of chopped tomatoes. You can replace one of those with passata if you want to. That gives you a smoother paste. There's also some ready kidney beans at the back there. Some tomato puree, some dark chocolate, some mushrooms, a little bit of red wine, and a selection of chilies. Now I like to make it kind of like a layered meal, really. It gives a nice deep chili flavour to it, and the ones that really take it are this one. These are the chipotle chilies, which are smoked. They give it a nice background flavour, and a pan to cook it in. So I shall now pause you, do a bit of prep. So when I say prep, all I've done is just move stuff out of the way. So this is the prep. So you want sliced onions, not diced. You can have diced, I suppose, if you want. It's your call. One's for the bin. Well, that's one's for the bin. A little bit of background noise today. That's Lynn tidying up outside, my glamorous assistant, who won't assist. She don't want to be on. She don't want to be on camera. But Andy Smith this morning says that I need a Johnny to my faddy crab, so see if we can get her involved at some point in the future. No shallots today. I do have some shallots left from me massive batch that I bought, but the onions a little bit stronger, so you need those really for this. The shallots are a little bit of sweetness to them. I think that's the only thing. I mean, you know, they would do it at a push if that's what you've got, but onions are better. So obviously just take the outer couple of layers off. Just get back to the white onion part. And bleach that one. I've been watching the key lime pie one. That's still chilly. I'll be having it probably for dessert tonight, I think. So I'll prep these vegetables. I don't know whether I've shown you this little trick with peppers. So your bell peppers, if you take them and just slice the end off this side, that leaves you that bit, and then slice the bottom off, and then you can basically take your knife just around the outside, and then pops out, leaving you with pretty much a whole pepper. Same again. Top and bottom. If you do it from the large side, from the top side, probably find it easier. And that's that. So that's your peppers done. Now for a chilli you want sort of longish peppers, strips off. And you want them to meld into the into your chilli, so you don't want them hard. When we do the orange salmon or the orange chicken, put the peppers in pretty much last minute so that they stay nice and crunchy. This one you want them to sort of you know, go into the background a little bit. You want them to be substantial, but not too bad. So I'm cooking this well in advance because chilies they're always better for being left. I think preferably if you can do them the day before you eat them, that's probably the best thing. So that's those done. Turn the camera around. There we go. A little bit of oil in. Not much, half a tablespoon I would say at the most. And then you want your mince and your onions in to get them sweated down a bit. Same with the mince. With the onion. Just bring it up a little bit. You don't want this too much. With the bolognese, I mean, it's the same base. It's kind of like a ragu base, but with the bolognese, you want a little bit of substance to the beef still, so you don't want to break it up too much. But with a chili, I like it actually so that it's either broken down, unless you're doing it with like rump steak, where you leave it as almost like a cut. I'm also going to put in a beef stock cube, do it a little bit more depth as well. I can go in at this stage, that's no problem at all. You know, I'm a big fan of garlic, which is what I'm just doing in the background here. The things of garlic to go in. So that's 2 decent sized cloves of garlic. Back of the knife when you scrape these. Don't use the blade edge because you ruin it. So now your onions are starting to soften a little bit. So I'll now put the beef starting to take a little bit of colour. So now put the bell peppers in. I actually, if I had them, I would use the jarred roasted red peppers. Again, they give like a smoky flavour. But if you haven't got them, then bell peppers are absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with them at all. And they'll start to cook down and soften up as well. So what you want is for them to start to soften and the water from the beef and from the vegetables to start to disappear before you put the tomatoes in. Not that there's anything, you could put them in sooner if you wanted to, but I find if you can get a little bit of the caramelisation from the beef to go into it, then it gives it again another sort of little bit of depth of flavour, which is what you're wanting. The red kidney beans come in water, but it's almost like a sludge. So I always just use a sieve and just sieve them through and give them a quick wash. Just cold water. Smelling nice already. So just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now you might say, why are you putting pepper in if you're putting chilies in, but it gives it another dimension. I know there's not very much salt, so I don't need much salt in there. So we're starting to soften up now with the red peppers. So now you're going to have to forgive me, I'm just going to do it as a quick hand measurement. There's no set things for these, I just tend to put one of each in to start with. But no, that is. So this is the chipotle chili. So one of those. Crushed mulatto. I know it sounds like an awful lot of chili, but you only really get the heat from the strongest one. But in saying that, it does build. So that's crushed mulatto, and they've got like a smoky background flavour as well. Ancho. This one's a brown chili. And all these are from Seasoned Pioneers. They're great for stuff like this. For the kind of stuff that you struggle to get a hold of in the shops. Put yourself an order together, it's well worthwhile. Seasoned Pioneers. Al Pancha, another ground one. And last but not least, crushed arbol chilies. Nice. So that's your chilies in. Give that a stir, get that coated onto your beef and your onions and your peppers, your bell peppers. So you've now got the base there. So now in with your couple of tins of tomatoes. Now I quite like a chunky chilli, so you can actually exchange one of the chopped tomatoes for a passata, and it just gives you a little bit smoother sauce. About 1.5 of your tomato puree, and just let that warm through. So that's your base of your sauce. In fact, that's your sauce. That is your chilli. This now just needs to cook right through and mellow. When I say mellow, I mean come to life, I suppose, really. You need your red wine in there. That's about quarter of a bottle of that. It wasn't very much. And I would say the rule of thumb for wine is if you wouldn't drink it, don't add it. I see lots of people sort of, just buying the cheapest sort of red wine or white wine for a white wine sauce that they can to add to the, to give it a, well, it doesn't matter, you're not drinking it, but what's the point in putting something in there that you wouldn't drink anyway? So I'm going to turn that down, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm actually going to tidy up a little bit and chop my mushrooms. Mushrooms don't go in until quite a way in. You don't want them to just disappear into the sauce, so I will put them in a little bit later on. Your chocolate, you need 4 pieces. In fact, I'll put them in now because they can go through. 4 little chunks. and it just gives it a nice velvety, chocolatey feel. It does make a difference. Actually, it's on this one. It's but so 6 little things. And that's it. I shall put you on pause and come back to you shortly. Okay, this is me back. I've just put the beans in and I realised I've not turned the camera on, so my apologies. I put the red kidney beans in. So that's all in there now. I'm just going to give it a quick taste to see what it's like. I've not put any sugar in. I would imagine it's probably going to need a little bit of something. Just take the edge off the tomatoes. You've got the chocolate in there, but the chocolate's quite bitter. So, just a couple. And that's nice and spicy, that's lovely. You don't have to have all those chilies in if you don't want. It's just it just gives you a depth of flavour if you've got a number of different ones in, and the smoked ones are the ones that really give you the background. That's nice. That's about right. So plenty of mushrooms, because they do reduce down. And then I'm just going to stir them in. And to be honest, once they're stirred in, I'm going to turn it off and leave it. You see it's now taking on that really nice dark chili colour. It's got a lovely background heat with the smokiness. You can also just get the hint of chocolate in there. The wine's kind of evaporated away, but you've still got a little bit of background of that taste as well. So that's it. That's that done. Now turn that off and leave it to rest and warm it up at tea time. Thank you very much. I'll post that now.